White played. Queen takes h7. Pause the video to find out black's response. Knight a2 check. Knight takes a2. King castled queenside. Knight f3. Queen takes a2. Bishop d3. Queen a1 check. Bishop b1. Bishop f5. Black considers playing. Knight c3. Rook c2. Queen takes b1 check. King d2. Queen takes c2 check. King e3. Queen e2 mate, and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook c2 was chosen by white. Knight f2. Black intends to play. Rook h8. Queen takes f7. Knight takes h1 and seizes the initiative. Knight e1 played by white. Knight takes h1. Queen h4. White has no response. Let's go to the next game. White just played. On f4. Pause the video to figure out black's next move. King castled queenside. King h1. Rook g8. Black is aiming to play rook takes g7 and increase their advantage significantly. Queen h7 move preferred by white. Rook g6. Bishop e3. White considers playing. On f5. Rook g8. On f6. Bishop c5. Bishop takes c5 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen c4 move preferred by black. Black is setting up to play. Queen e2. Queen takes g6. Pawn takes g6 and increase their advantage significantly. Rook e1 move preferred by white. Queen e4 check. On f3. Rook g1 check. Rook takes g1. Queen takes h7. Bishop b6. Black is dominating the board. Let's go to the next game. Black played. King e6. Pause the video to spot white's next move. Knight f3. King f6. King castled kingside. White is planning to play. Knight bd2. Queen takes f1 check. King takes f1 and put immense pressure on the opponent. King g7 move preferred by black. Knight c3. White wants to play rook takes a1 and dominate the board. On e5 played by black. Black's idea is to play. Queen takes f1 check. King takes f1. Bishop takes b4 and establish a winning position. Queen b3 was chosen by white. Bishop e6. Rook takes a1. Bishop takes b3. Bishop takes b3. Rook c8. Black is aiming to play rook takes c3 and establish a winning position. Knight d5 played by white. Bishop a3. Knight takes e5. On b5 black's loss is confirmed. Let's go to the next game. Black played. Pawn takes h5. Pause the video and try to predict white's next move. King castled queenside. White wants to play. Rook d5. Queen takes d5. Queen takes d5 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook a d8 was chosen by black. Rook dg1. Rook fe8. Bishop h6. White's idea is to play rook takes h5 and establish a winning position. Rook d6 move preferred by black. Queen takes g7 check. Queen takes g7. Bishop takes g7. Rook g6. Black is planning to play king takes g7 and seize the initiative. Bishop e5 was chosen by white. White is preparing to play bishop takes c7 and secure a stronghold in the game. On c5 was chosen by black. Bishop g3. Rook g4. Rook takes h5. On f6 black is on the verge of defeat. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. Knight e5. Pause the video to analyze black's next move. White is aiming to play. King castled kingside. Bishop e6. Queen d4. King castled kingside. Knight takes d7 and secure a stronghold in the game. King castled kingside played by black. On f4. Rook c5. Black's idea is to play rook takes d5 and take decisive advantage. Queen b7 move preferred by white. Rook b8. Black considers playing rook takes b7 and dominate the board. Queen takes a7 was chosen by white. Rook takes b5. King castled kingside. Rook 5 b7. Black is preparing to play rook takes a7 and secure a stronghold in the game. Queen e3 was chosen by white. Knight takes e5. Queen takes e5. Queen takes e5. On takes e5. On g6. Black might go for rook e7. Rook fe1. Rook a8. On h4. Rook c7. On h5. On takes h5 and put immense pressure on the opponent. On c4 was chosen by white. Rook c7. On a4. Rook takes c4. On a5 black is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game. Black just played. On takes g5. Pause the video to find out white's response. On takes g5. On f5. On takes f6. Knight takes f6. On takes f6. Rook takes f6. Rook h7. Knight f5. Black's idea is to play king takes h7 and increase their advantage significantly. Queen h5 move preferred by white. White is looking to play rook h8 mate and increase their advantage significantly. Rook h6 move preferred by black. Black is preparing to play rook takes h7 and seize the initiative. Rook takes h6 was chosen by white. Knight takes h6. Bishop h4. White is setting up to play bishop takes d8 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen e8 was chosen by black. Black is looking to play queen takes h5 and increase their advantage significantly. Bishop g6 played by white. White is planning to play bishop takes e8 and seize the initiative. Queen c6 played by black. Bishop g5. White is looking to play king castled queenside. Queen d7. Bishop takes h6. On takes h6. Queen takes h6 and gain a significant edge. On d4 move preferred by black. Bishop takes h6. Queen takes g2. White is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game. Black just played king c8. Pause the video to analyze white's next move. King castled kingside. White is looking to play knight takes e6 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Knight d7 was chosen by black. Black is planning to play knight takes e5 and seize the initiative. Queen takes e6 move preferred by white. Queen takes e6. Knight takes e6. Rook f6. Black is preparing to play knight takes d3 and take decisive advantage. Rook takes f2 played by white. Rook takes e6. Rook f7. White's idea is to play Bishop f5. Rook f6. Bishop takes d7 check, and take decisive advantage. King d8 was chosen by black. Rook takes g7. On h5. Bishop g6. White is setting up to play. Rook f1. Knight f6. Bishop takes h5 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook c8 move preferred by black. Rook f1. White is setting up to play. Rook f7. Rook takes g6. Rook takes g6 and dominate the board. Rook e7 was chosen by black. Rook g8 check. King c7. Rook takes c8 check. King takes c8. Bishop takes h5. King d8. Black has no response. Let's go to the next game. Black played. Pawn takes d5. Pause the video and try to find white's next move. Black considers playing pawn takes e4 and establish a winning position. Pawn e5 played by white. White is aiming to play. Bishop takes f6 check. Queen takes f6. Pawn takes f6 check and dominate the board. Rook e8 played by black. Black wants to play rook takes e5 check and put immense pressure on the opponent. Pawn f4 move preferred by white. On d6. Black intends to play pawn takes e5 and take decisive advantage. King castled kingside played by white. White might go for bishop takes f6 check. Queen takes f6. Pawn takes f6 check and take decisive advantage. Knight cd7 played by black. Pawn takes f6 check. Knight takes f6. Queen d2. White intends to play pawn takes d5 and seize the initiative. Pawn c5 move preferred by black. On f5. White wants to play bishop h4. King h7. Queen g5. Rook e5. Queen takes f6 and take decisive advantage. Rook e4 was chosen by black. Rook ce1. White might go for bishop takes e4 and dominate the board. Rook takes e1 was chosen by black. Rook takes e1. Queen h8. Rook e7. White's idea is to play rook takes b7 and seize the initiative. Bishop c6 played by black. Bishop h6 check. Queen takes h6. Rook takes f7 check. King takes f7. Queen takes h6. Rook g8. White is dominating the board. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. Pawn takes g4. Pause the video to find out black's response. Bishop g6. Bishop d3. King castled kingside. Bishop takes e4. Rook takes f3. Bishop takes g6. Pawn takes g6. King g2. White wants to play king takes f3 and increase their advantage significantly. Queen f6 move preferred by black. Black is setting up to play rook f8. Queen f5. Pawn takes f5 and take decisive advantage. Pawn g5 played by white. Rook takes f2 check. Queen takes f2. Queen takes g5 check. King f1. Rook f8. Queen takes f8 check. Bishop takes f8. King e2. Pawn e5. Pawn e4. White is looking to play bishop takes g5 and dominate the board. Queen h4 move preferred by black. Black wants to play pawn takes d4. Pawn takes d4. Queen takes e4 check and dominate the board. Pawn takes e5 move preferred by white. Queen takes e4 check. King d2. White is aiming to play rook takes e4 and secure a stronghold in the game. Queen f5 was chosen by black. Black intends to play bishop e7, king e2. Queen takes e5 check and sees the initiative. Bishop b2 played by white. Bishop e7. On c4. On g5. King c3. On g4. Black intends to play bishop h4. Rook ec1. Queen takes e5 check and put immense pressure on the opponent. King b3 move preferred by white. Queen d3 check. Bishop c3. On b5. King b2. Pawn takes c4. Rook ac1. White is struggling to keep up. Let's go to the next game. White played queen takes g7. Pause the video and try to find black's next move. White considers playing queen takes h8 check and gain a significant edge. King castled queenside played by black. Black is preparing to play bishop takes g3. Pawn takes g3. Rook hg8. Queen takes g8. Rook takes g8 and take decisive advantage. Bishop takes d6 played by white. Queen takes d6. Queen takes f7. On h5. Black is setting up to play rook h7. Knight b5. Queen f4. On g3. Queen h6. Knight d6 check. Rook takes d6 and secure a stronghold in the game. Knight h4 move preferred by white. Knight takes d4. Knight takes f5. Knight takes f5. Bishop takes g4. Pawn takes g4. Queen f6. On d4. Black intends to play pawn takes c3 and secure a stronghold in the game. Knight e2 move preferred by white. Rook hg8. Black is looking to play rook df8. Queen takes f8 check. Rook takes f8 and take decisive advantage. Knight g3 was chosen by white. White is preparing to play knight takes f5. Pawn takes f5. Queen takes f5 check and dominate the board. Knight takes g3 move preferred by black. Pawn takes g3. Rook df8. Black is planning to play rook takes f6 and gain a significant edge. Queen h6 played by white. Queen e5 check. King d1. Rook h8. Black might go for rook takes h6 and gain a significant edge. Queen d2 move preferred by white. Rook takes h2. Rook g1. Rook f3. Black's idea is to play queen d5. Queen e1. Queen f5. King c1. Rook f2. Queen d1. Rook takes g2. Rook takes g2. Rook takes g2 and dominate the board. On a 4 move preferred by white. Queen f6. Black wants to play rook f1 check. Rook takes f1. Queen takes f1 check. Queen e1. Queen takes e1 check. King takes e1. Rook h1 check. King e2. Rook takes a 1 and increase their advantage significantly. Queen e1 was chosen by white. White is setting up to play pawn takes f3 and establish a winning position. Rook f2 move preferred by black. King c1. Queen f5. Black is planning to play queen takes c2 mate and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen d1 was chosen by white. Rook takes g2. Rook takes g2. Rook takes g2. King b1. On e5. Rook a3. Rook f2. Black wants to play. Rook f1. Queen c1. Rook takes c1 check and gain a significant edge. King a2 move preferred by white. Rook takes c2. Rook b3. White is on the verge of defeat. Let's go to the next game.